hits the ceiling like a pulse I can't unhear. Old frequencies collapsing into everything I fear. Bare wires glow in silence with a cold electric breath. A quiet spark reminding me of things I lost to death. The radio on the dresser whispers half a fractured song, catching pieces of a world I haven't felt in far too long. I tune through fading channels just to chase a trace of truth, but every sound dissolves like all the remnants of my youth. There's a hum beneath the noise I can't escape, a trembling signal bending into unfamiliar shape. Somewhere deep inside the interference and the glow, a memory is calling from the places I won't go. Pull me through the static where the broken signals live, through the wires humming softly with the things I couldn't give. If the night grows colder than the noise beneath my skin, let the broken radios remind me where I've been. In the glow of all the quiet I outgrew, I'm tuning through the pieces that still sound like you. Like you. A buzz along the metal sends a shiver down the room, lighting up the corners where the shadows start to bloom. I sit inside the echo of a frequency undone, a fragile thread unraveling the things I try to run. The air is thick with secrets from a past I never chose, drifting through the circuits where the lonely tension grows. I reach into the noise to find the meaning buried deep, but only fractured whispers linger softly in the sweet. There's a rhythm in the brokenness tonight, a quiet drum that warms me through the fading light. It beckons from the spaces where the silence used to wait, calling me to see what I was too afraid to break. Pull me through the static where the broken signals live, through the wires humming softly with the things I couldn't give. If the night grows colder than the noise beneath my skin, let the broken radios remind me where I've been. In the glow of all the quiet I outgrew, I'm tuning through the pieces that still sound like you. Like you. Between the shifting wavelengths lies a truth I tried to hide, a soft imperfect melody I kept sealed up inside. The crackle of the speaker feels like breathing in reverse, revealing every fear I've dressed and carefully rehearsed. I let the signals tremble as they bleed into my chest, a murmur of the moments when my heart felt dispossessed. When my heart felt dispossessed. Morning creeps in slowly through the blinds without a sound, dust swirling like the echoes of a life that came unwound. The wires dim their color as the daylight starts to bloom, leaving only silence drifting gently through the room. But somewhere in the remnants of the night's electric glow, I feel used to know. Between the glances we pretend we never think. Your shadow brushes mine as if remembering the past. But everything we were moves too quickly not to crash. The crosswalk hums beneath us like a song we used to share, a rhythm stitched together from the things we didn't dare. I hear the city murmuring the words we left unsaid, repeating all the quiet that kept echoing instead. There's a tremble in the way our footsteps fall, a warning in the distance where we never learned to call. Some memory keeps circling every time our eyes might meet, pulling both of us like strangers on repeat. Tell me why we circle back to places we outgrew, why every silent moment feels like something breaking through. We're drifting through the echoes of a life we couldn't keep, passing like familiar ghosts, strangers on repeat. If the night reveals the truths we can't defeat, we'll fade into the rhythm of strangers on repeat. I catch you in the window of a shop we used to know, your outline bending softly in the undertow of glow. For a second there's a flicker of a warmth I can't replace, before it sinks beneath the surface of your unfamiliar face. The streetlight draws a halo on the ground between our feet, a fragile kind of distance neither one of us can meet. We walk in separate currents where the world begins to bend, haunted by the moments that we couldn't let transcend. There's a pulse inside the silence when you breathe, a shadow moving gently where our hopes once used to weave. It lingers in the tension every time our paths repeat, pulling both of us like strangers on repeat. Tell me why we circle back to places we outgrew, why every silent moment feels like something breaking through. We're drifting through the echoes of a life we couldn't keep, passing like familiar ghosts, strangers on repeat. If the night reveals the truths we can't defeat, we'll fade into the river of strangers on repeat. Every step becomes a whisper from the lives we didn't live, every look a fragile moment neither one of us forgives. We hold our breaths like secrets trembling deep beneath the skin, hoping for a doorway to the warmth we'll never let back in. I hear your name inside the hum of crowds that move like waves, a quiet broken frequency that's too afraid to say. The dawn creeps in with colors stretching pale across the street, softening the edges where our shadows used to meet. You turn away like someone learning how to disappear, leaving only faint reminders of the person you were here. I watch you fade into the morning like a thought I can't complete, still moving with the rhythm of strangers on. Tell me why we shine light. I'll carry all the hidden lines that slip between the night and through the fading glow of everything we didn't keep. We'll walk our separate ways, strangers on repeat.
Morning breaks in whispers where the restless shadows rest. A hush so heavy I can feel it beating through my chest. Your voice remains in corners where the silence learned to wake. Soft and trembling echo from the promises we break. The world outside is shifting with a cold uneven glow. Kind of violence and the things we never show. I breathe into the stillness where the hidden bruises lie, tracing every moment that we taught ourselves to hide. There's a hum beneath the quiet pulling thin, a fragile truth that presses on the skin. And all the things we can't defend, calling from the hood we never meant. Hold me where the quiet cuts the deepest part of me, where the violence made of silence finally comes to see. If the truth we bury trembles underneath the pain, let me break along the edges where the shadows still remain. In the hush between the heartbeats we pretend, I feel all the quiet violence rise again. Rise again. The floorboards sigh beneath us with a memory of weight, a subtle kind of warning that arrives a little late. Your eyes avoid the daylight like they're bracing for a fall. The way a brittle promise trembles softly on the wall. I hear the breathing crackle in the pause between our words, a storm of muted thunder only wounded hearts have heard. You turn away like someone trying hard not to confess, a war fought in the silence of a room too small to bless. There's a shadow in the stillness you conceal, a wounded pulse is struggling to heal. It lingers in the truths we can't relent, calling from the violence we prevent. Hold me where the quiet cuts the deepest part of me, where the violence made of silence finally comes to see. If the truth we bury trembles underneath the pain, let me break along the edges where the shadows still remain. In the hush between the heartbeats we pretend, I feel all the quiet violence rise again. light begins to fade, revealing everything we've lost and all the choices made. You stand there like a question only sorrow understands, a silhouette unraveling in trembling open hands. And in that fading quiet where the fractured hours bend, I see all the violence that we couldn't comprehend. Hold me where the quiet cuts the deepest part of me, where the violence made of silence finally comes to see. If the truth we bury trembles underneath the pain, let me break along the edges where the shadows still remain. In the hush between the heartbeats we pretend, I feel all the quiet violence rise again. Rise again. When the final echo slips into the glass, I'll trace the gentle ruin that the night's allowed to pass. And in the fading silence, heavy with the past, I breathe through all the quiet violence at last. From the battles caving in, your eyes reflect the tired glow of nights that never heal, carrying the remnants of a truth you never sealed. The pavement holds the stories that you whispered to the dark, buried in the silence where the world forgot your spark. I watch you breathing gently like you're bracing for the fall, searching for the part of you the night could still recall. There's a tremor in the glow around your face, a flicker pulled from some forgotten place. I feel it rising through the fractures in your soul, calling through the shimmer of a halo growing old. Hold me where your weary heart begins to show, where the light inside the damage still remembers how to glow. If the nights you carry cut too deep to let you go, lean into the shadows of your worn out halo, in the places where your quiet truth unfolds. I'll hold the weight you've carried when the world grew cold. Your footsteps mark the concrete like a story fading slow, lines of weathered echoes from the wounds you never show. A cigarette burns softly in the corner of your hand, tiny revelations only you could understand. The wind threads through the static, tangled heart inside your chest, shaking loose the memories you tried to lay to rest. And in the trembling silence where the light forgets to stay, you rise against the darkness in your quiet, fractured way. There's a warmth beneath the shadows you defend, a broken glow that tries to breathe again. It shivers with the truths you never told, calling from the shimmer of a halo growing old. Hold me where your weary heart begins to show, where the light inside the damage still remembers how to glow. If the nights you carried cut too deep to let you go, lean into the shadows of your worn-out halo, in the places where your quiet truth unfolds. I'll hold the weight you've carried when the world grew cold. Every scar you hide becomes a lantern in the dark, faint but still enough to trace the outline of your mark. You've fallen through the nights that had no mercy to extend, but still you keep a flicker burning soft beneath the end. I reach into the glow that clings to every bruise you've earned, feeling all the lessons carved by fires you've survived and learned. Morning bleeds in gently like it's trying not to break, softening the harshness of the road you couldn't shake. The halo on your shoulders dims but never disappears, a testament to everything you carried through the years. And in that fragile brightness where the night begins to fade, I see the quiet courage in the shadows that you've made. Hold me where your weary heart begins to show, where the light inside the damage still remembers how to glow. If the nights you carry cut too deep to let you go, lean into the shadows of your worn-out halo, in the places where your quiet truth unfolds. I'll hold the weight you've carried when the world grew cold. When the sunrise paints your silhouette in gold, I'll walk beside the stories that your broken nights have told. And through the trembling quiet where your past still echoes low, I'll stay beneath the shimmer of your worn-out halo. Across the evening with the windows barely lit, conversation breaking slowly like the pieces never fit. Your shadow leans against the wall, a quiet shape I used to know, but everything feels distant in the way the hours flow. The hallway hums with echoes of the things we didn't say. I feel them pulling at my chest in their familiar empty way. I reach for you in fragments, but you're drifting out of frame, a silhouette dissolving when I try to call your name. There's a tremor in the room, we can't ignore nights we share no more. Every heartbeat sounds like footsteps fading thin. We're losing all the space we used to let each other in. Tell me why the quiet feels louder than the night, why the space between our fingers never holds us right. We're reaching out for warmth that neither one can keep, a distance made of whispers we buried underneath. If love is just a flicker that the dark pulls out of you, then the noise between the silence is what's left of me and you. The old clock ticks like warnings we pretend we didn't hear. Time unraveling the softness we both carried through the years. You stare into the lamplight like it's holding something true, but all I see is someone trying hard not to come through. The room is full of memories we stack behind the door, paper thin and shaking like they can't hold us anymore. I trace the lines of moments falling quiet in your eyes, searching for the reasons why the gentleness has died. There's a pulse beneath your breathing that's afraid, a rhythm bending under every choice we never made. We try to speak but only shadows start to move, caught between the truths we're both too tired to prove. Tell me why the quiet feels louder than the night, why the space between our fingers never holds us right. Reaching out for warmth that neither one can keep, a distance made of whispers we buried underneath. If love is just a flicker that the dark pulls out of you, then the noise between the silence is what's left of me and you. Our days on fragile ground we thought would never break, ignoring every tremble for the comfort we could fake. Now every word is trembling like a wire about to tear, the weight of unspoken heartache hanging heavy in the air. I close my eyes and feel the world tilt slightly off its line, wondering when the space between us stopped being yours and mine. I hear the walls breathe slowly like they're waiting for the dawn, a quiet that remembers when we moved as though we were one. You turn away a little like you're guarding what remains, protecting tiny pieces from the storm beneath. Tell me why the quiet feels louder than the night, why the space between our fingers never holds us right. We're reaching out for warmth that neither one can keep, a distance made of whispers we buried underneath. If love is just a flicker that the dark pulls out of you, then the noise between the silence is what's left of me and you. And when the morning rises on the ash of what we've known, I'll listen to the remnants of the quiet we outgrew alone. If there's a truth still left inside, the air
secret that we buried out of sight. There's a pulse inside the darkness running thin, a fading rhythm trying hard to pull you in. It trembles through the hurt you never tell, calling from a place we both once knew too well. Lead me through the flicker where the broken colors fall, through the neon pulse that echoes like a funeral call. If the night grows heavy with the weight you can't release, I'll hold the fading heartbeat till it learns to find its peace. In the glow that turns the shadows pale and cruel, we walk the quiet edges of a neon pulse funeral. The crosswalk hums beneath us with a distant wounded tone, footsteps moving softly like regrets that learn to roam. Your breath escapes in patterns made of memories and dust, a trembling confession shaped by promises you crush. The window of a passing bus reflects your distant stare, a version of yourself you lost in corridors of fear. The world keeps spinning slowly with the grief you never show, a low and heavy thunder in the static undertow. There's a warmth inside the cold you always hide, a fragile glow that flickers deep inside. It shines against the parts that never heal, calling from a place you still refuse to feel. Lead me through the flicker where the broken colors fall, through the neon pulse that echoes like a funeral call. If the night grows heavy with the weight you can't release, I'll hold the fading heartbeat till it learns to find its peace. In the glow that turns the shadows pale and cruel, we walk the quiet edges of a neon pulse funeral. Every scar you carry beats against the flickering light, a quiet, stubborn heartbeat fighting shadows in the night. The city holds your secrets in the spaces where you freeze, whispering a lullaby no darkness ever frees. I take your trembling hand beneath the low electric glare, feeling life returning in the pulses hiding there. Dawn begins to rise like a reluctant distant flame, softening the cruelty of the world you tried to tame. Your shadow starts to steady in the early amber hue, a faint but warm
built on signals we could never understand. Static humming softly through the speakers in our hands. We wander through the suburbs with our hearts half out of tune, chasing after feelings that will flicker far too soon. Graffiti on the fences told the stories we outgrew, lines we carved in secret when the world felt painfully new. The pavement underneath us held the echo of our stride, marking every moment where the truth refused to hide. There's a feeling in the silence we once knew, a trembling pulse that pulled us as we grew, a frequency that drifted out of view, calling from the lost youth we fell through. Take me where the broken wavelengths lie, where the signal of our young hearts never learned to die. If the noise of who we were keeps bleeding through, let me fall into the lost frequency youth, in the echoes of the dreams we never proved. I'm chasing down the static we couldn't move. We kept our names in notebooks filled with half-remembered lines, little anthems stitched together from our restless teenage minds. The radio at midnight play the songs that shaped our fears, melodies that held us through the fragile early years. Streetlights burned like warnings when the nights grew overgrown, casting long reminders of the futures left unknown. And in that golden silence where our courage fell apart, we hid inside the daydreams no one taught us how to start. There's a whisper underneath the fading truth, a spark that flickers faintly in the youth. The signal bends with everything we knew, calling from the lost frequency we outgrew. Take me where the broken wavelengths lie, where the signal of our young hearts never learned to die. If the noise of who we were keeps bleeding through, let me fall into the lost frequency youth, in the echoes of the dreams we never proved. I'm chasing down the static that we couldn't move. The truth was always hidden in the hum between our breaths, and trembling little promises we made beneath the stress. We weren't ready for the weight of what the world would try to teach, so we learned to carry silence where our voices couldn't reach. But somewhere in the static of the nights we stumbled through, there's still a pulse reminding me of everything we knew. The dawn arrives with colors drawn in muted, fragile lines, a mirror for the versions of ourselves we left behind. I walk through quiet neighborhoods that shape the way we grew, hearing faint vibrations of the lives we never knew. And in that early morning where the past mapping out the winding thoughts I'm too afraid to hide. The city holds its breath like it's waiting for a sign. A rhythm in the asphalt beating close to mine. Cold winds break the silence with a whisper soft and thin, telling me the road remembers everywhere I've been. I feel the tremble in the concrete when I breathe, a restless pulse that moves beneath my feet. Somewhere in the dark, a spark begins to rise, a memory unfolding in the corners of the night. Pull me through the shadows where the long roads never end, where the heartbeat of the highway keeps me warm again. If I fall between the moments, drifting out of view, let the trembling of the asphalt carry something true. I'm chasing echoes buried deep beneath the street, trying to find my rhythm in the asphalt heartbeat. I trace the faded lines where countless footsteps turned away, stories left in fragments that the dawn can't wash away. The buildings lean like watchers as I wander through their glow, holding every secret I was never meant to know. Traffic fades to murmurs like confessions in the rain, the kind that drown in puddles with the remnants of our pain. I feel the night unwind, pulling gently at my chest, as if the road is calling me to slip into its rest. There's a shiver in the dark that moves like fate, a silent truth I've always tried to navigate. It reaches out from every whisper in the gloom, guiding me through every bend, this city room. Pull me through the shadows where the long roads never end, where the heartbeat of the highway keeps me warm again. If I fall between the moments, drifting out of view, let the trembling of the asphalt carry something true. I'm chasing down the echoes buried deep beneath the street, trying to find my rhythm in the asphalt heartbeat. The night expands in quiet waves around my skin, a restless glow inviting all the pieces back again. I hear the distant rumble of a life I almost knew, threaded through the gravel with the ghosts I can't undo. Every breath becomes a signal, drifting soft and slight, trying to synchronize with the cadence of the night. Dawn paints silver edges on the windows far away, the tender sign the world is ready for the day. But I'm still on the pavement where the fading stories bleed, trying to decode the pulse beneath the speed. The city sighs a final time before it wakes, broken light refracting through the choices I must make. Pull me through the shadows
rooftops like a warning from the sky, falling through the neon where the quiet learns to hide. Shadows stretch along the pavement with a trembling kind of grace, tracing every memory I'm too tired to face. Home with fragments of the nights I left behind, stories washed in silver from the corners of my mind. I walk through the reflection where the city bends and breaks, a silhouette in motion, leave the midnight truly wakes. There's a whisper in the downpour, softly pulling me within, a pulse beneath the concrete where the aching thoughts begin. Every drop becomes a message I can clearly read, something growing heavy in the space I never free. Let the rain fall harder on the parts of me undone, let it drown the distant echoes I've been trying not to run. If the night grows colder than the roads I'm walking on, I'll stay beneath the rainfall till the quiet feels restored, through the concrete falling steady from the sky. I find pieces of myself I thought had died. Sudden windows to the places I avoid, showing older versions of the life I once destroyed. The street lamps hum in cadence with the storm's unbroken song, a lullaby for moments where the world has felt too wrong. Raindrops blur the strangers passing by in rushing streams, their outlines fading gently like the remnants of my dreams. The city holds its breath beneath the weight of endless gray, and I drift along its edges where the colors wash away. There's a rhythm in the thunder rolling low, a haunting kind of comfort only stormlit hearts can know. It gathers in the spaces where the truth begins to wait, stirring all the pieces I've been too afraid to wake. Let the rain fall harder on the parts of me undone, let it drown the distant echoes I've been trying not to run. If the night grows colder than the roads I'm walking on, I'll stay beneath the rainfall till the quiet feels restored, through the concrete falling steady from the sky. I find pieces of myself I thought had died. Becomes a truth I can't escape, shaping all the fears I've buried into unfamiliar shape. The storm caused paths across my skin like someone tracing scars, reminding me that even broken things can shine beneath the dark. I breathe into the chaos as the water fills the air, letting go of weight I didn't know was always there. Dawn begins to flicker through the clouds that won't relent, painting gentle washed in colors ghostly thin, a fragile kind of beauty rising quiet from within. Let the rain fall harder on the parts of me undone. Let it drown the distant echoes I've been trying not to run. If the night grows colder than the roads I'm walking on, I'll stay beneath the rainfall till the quiet feels restored. Through the concrete falling steady from the sky, I find pieces of myself I thought had died. When the storm retreats and leaves the morning bare, I'll carry what was softened by the rain still hanging in the air. In the hush that lingers long after the night is gone, I learned to breathe again where the concrete rainfall shone. The night reflects in pieces on a window by my side, fragments of a memory I've been too numb to hide. Your voice drifts through the tension like a whisper made of frost, a signal barely holding on to everything we lost. The skyline bleeds its colors into shadows on the floor, a palette of exhaustion I can't recognize anymore. I breathe into the cold and feel it pressing on my chest, a quiet breaking moment I've avoided to confess. those truths collide. A mosaic built from pieces I once tried so hard to hide. Mercy spilling gently through the gray, softening the sharpness that the night refused to sway. I breathe against the window where the frost begins to clear, watching my reflection rise from everything I fear. And in that fading shimmer where the shadows finally pass, I feel the strength returning through the cracks in breathing glass. Hold me where the brittle truth won't last, where the napping light reminds me how the pain moves fast. If every breath was sharper than the last, let me steady all the weight of breathing glass. In the quiet where the fragile moments pass, I'm learning how to live inside the crash. When the morning colors settle on the pane, I'll gather all the fragments shaped by night's quiet strain. And in the soft awakening the shadows can't surpass, I rise again from all the weight of breathing glass. Click shut behind me with a quiet kind of ache. Dust floats through the lamplight like it's learning how to break. The air remembers footsteps even though the floor is still. A ghost of something tender that the silence couldn't kill. The walls hold fading shadows where your laughter used to fall. Now they hum with hollow spaces stretching wide across the hall. I breathe into the emptiness to hear what's left inside, but only shifting echoes answer everything I hide. In the corners where the day
chapter left behind. Words we never finish blur beneath the passing time. The window hums a low lament beneath the drifting air, carrying the smallest hints of everything unfair. I sit in places where we used to share the trembling night, tracing little fragments where the world once felt alright. The quiet holds its breath around the spaces that remain, echoing the fracture lines of all our old refrain. There's a weight beneath the stillness in the dark, a fragile tether pulling softly at my heart. Faint reflections rise from where the shadows bloom, calling from the echoes of this empty room. Pull me through the memories I left undone, through the voice that lingers after everyone has gone. If the night grows colder than the thoughts I can't resume, hold me in the echo of this empty room, between the fading shadows and the truth I can't outrun. I'm chasing after fragments of the person I've become. Every step I take becomes a message from before, stirring dust that settles in the cracks along the floor. There's a rhythm in the stillness that I used to understand, a fragile pulse of something slipping deeper from my hands. I close my eyes and listen where the memories collide, waiting for the fragments that refuse to say goodbye. Morning drifts in slowly through the curtains, leaning thin, soft enough to show the things I never let back in. I stand in fading amber where the shadows start to shift, feeling something loosen in the silence as it lifts. The echoes soften gently like they're learning how to heal, leaving room for all the quiet I was never taught to feel. Pull me through the memories I left undone, through the voice that lingers after everyone has gone. If the night grows colder than the thoughts I can't resume, hold me in the echo of this empty room, between the fading shadows and the truth I
goes through my mind. A faded reel of moments that the world left far behind. Graffiti on the tunnel wall still murmurs in the dark. Soft echoes of a promise we mistook for being stark. The payphone hums a memory I've tried so hard to drown. A ghostly tone reminding me of cities breaking down. I walk along the overpass where dreams once dared to breathe, but all I find are stories trapped in shadows underneath. There's 1,000 voices buried in the ground, calling from a year when no one hears a sound. A quiet truth the neon couldn't hide, still burning like a fault line deep inside. Pull me through the echoes of a world that fell apart, through the endless nights that called their shadows in my heart. If the noise of every memory keeps dragging me around, I'll search the lost frequencies where no one hears a sound. Somewhere in the static of a time we can't rewind, I'm tracing all the fractures we left scattered in my mind. A cassette tape on the sidewalk spills a song into the air, the ribbon twisting softly with the weight of old despair. Billboards fade like photographs that never learn to age, holding broken messages we couldn't disengage. The skyline cracks in amber as the evening starts to blur, a vision of the life we lost, to things we can't confer. I breathe against the freezing wind that sweeps across the tracks, feeling pieces of my youth slip quietly through the cracks. There's a distant hum beneath the shifting ground, calling from a time where no one hears a sound. A pulse within the quiet built to last, still trembling with the burden of the past. Pull me through the echoes of a world that fell apart, through the endless nights that carved their shadows in my heart. If the noise of every memory keeps dragging me around, I'll search the lost frequencies where no one hears a sound. Somewhere in the static of a time we can't rewind, I'm tracing all the fractures we left scattered in my We lived inside the margins of a story left unread, a generation drowning in the thoughts we never said. I hear our empty anthems drifting softly through the night, bruised beneath the flicker of the fluorescent light. There's comfort in the pieces we refuse to let decay, a fragile fire glowing where the world had slipped away. The dawn climbs up the stations with a weary kind of glow, softening the remnants of the
endless nights that carve their shadows in my heart. If the noise of every memory keeps dragging me around, I'll search the lost frequencies where no one hears a sound. Somewhere in the static of a time we can't rewind, I'm tracing all the fractures we left scattered in my mind. And when the final signal fades beneath the ground, I'll walk the quiet highways where no one hears the sound. In the hush of 1990X, where all our hopes were bound, I'm learning how to breathe again where no one hears the sound.
Spills in quietly across the hallway floor, soft enough to show me what the night concealed before. Your shadow lingers faintly like a half-forgotten ache. Shape the morning stretches, but the heart refuses to shake. The dust floats in the silence like it's trying to reveal all the little fractures we pretended not to feel. And in the muted brightness where our voices used to rise, I see the cracks in daylight tracing truths we can't disguise. There's a tremor in the warmth that doesn't land, a quiet shiver drifting through my hand. It moves along the fractures in my sight, calling from the cracks inside the light. Hold me where the morning light begins to break, where the fading glow reminds me of the choices we forsake. If the truth grows sharper and the colors burning white, let me breathe between the cracks in the daylight. In the quiet where the old wounds try to mend, I'm learning how to face the things we couldn't reach back then. The kitchen hums with memories wrapped in ordinary rooms, afternoons we wasted while the world fell into gloom. Your laughter haunts the corners like a shadow dressed in gold, a faded echo trembling through the days we never told. The clock ticks like a warning, stitched in subtle, steady time, counting every silence that we couldn't redesign. And as the early sunlight paints its gold across the floor, I feel the weight of moments we're not holding anymore. There's a flicker in the warmth that isn't mine, a fragile glow beneath the crooked line. It shimmers in the memories I fight, calling from the cracks inside the light. Hold me where the morning light begins to break, where the fading glow reminds me of the choices we forsake.
where the old wounds try to mend. I'm learning how to face the things we couldn't reach back then. Every fragile moment finds a way to reappear in the tiny seams of daylight that expose what we held near. I trace the little ruptures where the honesty breaks through, revealing all the tenderness that time once hid from view. The truth is in the fractures where the morning finds its hold, a soft and heavy reminder of the stories left untold. The morning shifts to amber as the hours drift along. The light begins to deepen like a well-worn fading song. I breathe into the silence where your memory still leans, a gentle space between us shaped by everything unseen. And in that trembling stillness where the colors start to sway, I gather all the courage that the night took far away. Hold me where the morning light begins to break, where the fading glow reminds me of the choices we forsake. If the truth grows sharper in the colors burning white, let me breathe between the cracks in the daylight. In the quiet where the old wounds try to mend, I'm learning how to face the things we couldn't reach back then. When the light grows softer near the closing of the day, I walk the fragile edges where the hurt begins to sway. And in the final shimmer till the shadows slip away, I'll rise into the truth inside the cracks of all this day. The skyline hums in silver where the night begins to blur, a fading constellation of the things we once inferred. The towers flicker gently like they're holding in a sigh, casting trembling little warnings from the static in the sky. I walk beneath the glow that hides 1,000 quiet fears, fragments of a life dissolving softly through the years. The air is thick with signals we were never meant to hear, calling through the frequencies that pull me ever near. There's a pulse behind the clouds that won't subside, a heavy truth the trembling stars can't hide. Somewhere in the noise that drifts up high, I feel the weight beneath the static sky. Lift me through the darkness where the broken echoes rise, through the whispers in the twilight that we couldn't recognize. If the world
with a melancholy glow, sending out the secrets only sleepless hearts can know. Billboards fade to silhouettes against the trembling light, monuments to choices that unravel through the night. Feel the ground beneath me shift with every passing drone, a distant kind of warning that I never could disown. Each step becomes a message from the silence in my chest, a coded plea for something that I never could confess. There's a shiver running slow across the sky, a signal threading gently through the light. It lingers in the air before it dies, falling through, it seems a static sky. Lift me through the darkness where the broken echoes rise, through the whispers in the twilight that we couldn't recognize. If the world dissolves in signals that we can't deny, hold me in the quiet under the static sky. And when the hum grows louder than the truth we can't define, let me breathe inside the space you used to call divine. Between the restless frequencies I hear a distant plea, a ghost of nights where you and I were learning how to be. The light above keeps flickering as if it understands the fragile way our stories used to fall from trembling hands. I reach into the haze to find the shape of what remains, a spark within the static, humming low beneath the strain. The dawn begins to spill through clouds that shimmer pale and slow, soft enough to show the things the night refused to show. I stand beneath the last of all the trembling stars that fall, hearing faint vibrations in the quiet city sprawl. And in that fragile moment where the daylight starts to rise, I feel the sky grow softer as it drifts behind my eyes. Lift me through the darkness where the broken echoes rise, through the whispers in the twilight that we couldn't recognize. If the world dissolves in signals that we can't deny, hold me in the quiet under the static sky. And when the hum grows louder than the truth we can't define, let me breathe inside the space you used to call divine. When the final glow retreats into the blue, I follow where the fading hum still leads me back to you. And in the hush beyond the frequencies that die, I find myself beneath the last static sky.
toll. I stand inside the sunlight like a stranger to its glow, a silhouette untethered in the places I outgrow. The world keeps moving softly through the haze behind my eyes, its brilliance fading slowly into colors I disguise. And in that blinding quiet where the memories remain, I feel the weight of moments when the sun forgot my name. There's a tremor in the light that doesn't stay, a fading warmth that slips too far away. It hums along the edges of my doubt, calling where the darkness filters out. Hold me where the bright world starts to wane, where the daylight fades and echoes no one else can explain. If the truth grows distant in the colors I became, let me breathe inside the quiet where the sun forgot my name. Through the glow that never learned how to reclaim, I rise between the shadows of a light I couldn't tame. Your voice drifts through the window like a memory half awake, a tender trembling whisper of the lives we didn't make. The room is filled with remnants of the warmth I used to keep, a fragile kind of longing that the daylight couldn't sweep outside. The moving traffic hums a slow uneven song, a chorus of decisions I've been holding for too long. And as the sun climbs higher, burning gently through the frame, I feel the world grow brighter where the light forgot my name. There's a softness in the glow that shivers thin, a quiet ache that lingers on my skin. It flickers through the spaces I reclaim, calling from the emptiness that bears my name. Hold me where the bright world starts to wane, where the daylight fades and echoes no one else can explain. If the truth grows distant in the colors I became, let me breathe inside the quiet where the sun forgot my name. Through the glow that never learned how to reclaim, I rise between the shadows of a light I couldn't tame. Every broken promise paints a shadow on the day, a silhouette of choices that refuse to fade away. The brilliance hides the wounds we're too afraid to see, the golden mask of sorrow worn too naturally. But somewhere in the gleaming world I lost my former shape, a softer truth emerging in the cracks I can't escape. And in the trembling brightness where the colors fall apart, I feel the smallest echo searching gently through my heart. The afternoon grows weary as the light begins to bend. Its gold dissolves
shadow spot returning where the sun forgot my name. The shadows stretch behind me like a story letting go, a whispered truth unraveling beneath the evening glow. And in that moment, drifting just before the darkened rain, I finally feel the warmth I thought I'd never hold again. Hold me where the bright world starts to wane, where the daylight fades and echoes no one else can explain. If the truth grows distant in the colors I became, let me breathe inside the quiet where the sun forgot my name. Through the glow that never learned how to reclaim, I rise between the shadows of a light I couldn't tame. When the last of all the daylight slips beyond the hill, I stand within the hush where every fractured thought is still. And in the fading warmth that gently clears the flame, I find myself returning where the sun forgot